July 16th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Best bets always at pickdogs.com under the Premium Picks tab. Of course, we have our premium YouTube show, which we already recorded, and I'll be posting after this show. So be sure to check it out. Oh, we are back in action after a few days off. A little bit rusty here. I think the odds makers and it seems the teams are a little bit rusty too. That's all part of it. Got some teams under COVID protocols, which is not things that we've seen in quite some time. Kind of, I'm not really sure how this all works, but it seems to be happening. Yankees 6 players under COVID protocol doing a second test. Not really sure what that means. But, I don't know. I guess it means they're going
at least it's rare.
Well, it means that, so what they're doing is they're going to retest these guys. Which, like I said, I'm not really sure how it works. If they can't play until they're retested, they can play until they're retested. I'm not really sure, but
yeah, I'm not.
Aaron Judge and Gio Urshela are 2 of those players that are out. Of course, Carlos Correa has been on COVID protocol. He's like 7 days in. The Astros. He announced he was skipping the All-Star game, and then they stuck him in COVID protocol. I don't know. Not really sure how it all works. The mainland just seems to be in a different place than we are here, and it's been the case for a while, so I haven't really experienced it. Rod, you guys are out and about right now?
Yep. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
No mask anywhere.
Even in the post office today, I was in there.
Yep. You can sit in the restaurant and eat, and it's
so nice.
Have at her.
Even my kid can go in the store. No problems. I think Major League Baseball needs to work with the Players Association to get something done.
Not really sure. Like I said, here we're still, masks inside. Restaurants are, 30% or 40% or something. I think they just actually increased that, but they still have to be 6 feet apart or whatever. So the restaurants are small, so it really doesn't do anything. Of course, they made tourism at 100%. The restaurants at 30%, which makes it for a real interesting scenario. You see long lines of tourists. I think we set up a hot dog cart out there. Charged like $40 a dog. Waiting in line.
Even slower than California's even back on track.
Yeah, we'll be last. I know that. Fine. I think Australia back on lockdown. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out, especially a couple weeks away from NFL season.
I think the Blue Jays get back to home before the season's over.
That'd be nice.
I think they start playing home games again. Home games. That's where they're trending to. Trying to get them back home.
Trying to find the golf. I don't know what channel it's on. Anyone know what channel the golf is on?
The golf.
TSN, but I don't know what it would be for you there.
It says right here it's on NBC. The Open. Oh, there's a mixed channel. Mixing channels. It's channel 9. It's on the golf channel, the 3-hole channel, the Marquee Group, and Marquee Group 2. We got the split screen going on in here. All right.
So whoever the Marquee Group is, I'm not sure.
Marquee. All right, we got a late arriving crowd, but that's okay. Just continue to do it here. Do what we do. I guess we'll get rolling through the schedule. Got 17 games today, so we'll do it in 4s and then 5 at the end. So we got the Tigers and the Twins game 1. And we've got the Marlins and the Phillies game 1. The Pirates and the Mets. The Pirates haven't named a starter. And then the Nationals and the Padres. I like the Nationals in that one. I just think that I like the way they played in San Diego. And I think there's good value on them at home. Just 2-8, though, in their last 10, but the Padres 4-6. Be interesting to see how the break affects teams. Some teams needed the break, and some teams, couldn't have come at a worse time. But neither of these teams knocking the cover off the ball. The Nationals is surprising 42-47 at the break. Brian, you like any of these 4?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Detroit Tigers in game 1 here. You got Charlie Barnes going for the Minnesota Twins, and he's had a mediocre minor league career. 6-4, 4.58 ERA in AAA with a 1.47 WHIP. I know Urina's been horrible for the Tigers, but I just think the Tigers getting on an even up pick'em at home. I think they get it done against the Minnesota.
It's kind of the time for the Twins. Either they're going to, probably this week will be everything for them. Probably if they get off to a strong start this week, maybe they'll hold things together. If not, I imagine them to be big-time sellers. Guys like Josh Donaldson.
And over the years, the Twins have done well in the second half.
They're in a tough spot, for sure. That's for sure.
And I'm sorry, I got another one too. And Washington Nationals and Padres. I like Juan Soto to hit a home run in that game. It pays out plus 275. Guy's batting 283, 11 home runs. Really hits right-handers well. Paddock is prone to give up a home run now and then, so I like that prop bet.
And for me in these 4, I like the Mets. Stroman pitching. I know he lost last time too, the Pirates, and that's because Anderson got a nice timely hit. I don't think that happens this time. Stroman shuts him down again, and he gets a little more run support in this one. Give me the Mets on the run line, as they're 4-0 following a loss, and they're also 5-0 following days off. So I like the Mets in that one.
For me in that one, if it's Cool or Anderson, I would take the Pirates. If it's anybody else, I'd probably not play it. But I like Cool and I like Anderson. Those guys have done pretty well for us. Tough spot when you don't know who the pitcher is. It's always.
I think it might be Brubaker, but I don't know.
Yeah. That's a non-play for me. Yankees going with against the Red Sox. I don't know. Are they bringing the pitchers back from yesterday? Is it Herman and or are they rolling forward? Not really sure.
No, I was surprised when I saw Montgomery listed because I'd rather see Herman out there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. We got the Blue Jays against the Rangers. Is Robbie Ray a minus 250 pitcher against anybody? Then you got the Reds and the Brewers and Tigers and Twins game 2. Rod, any of these 4?
For me, I like the under in the Texas and the Blue Jays. I look, Texas is 4-0 to the under in the last 4 starts when their opponent allows 2 runs or less. In the previous game, they're also 10-3-1 their last 14 versus the AL East to the under. And you look, the Jays are 4-0-1 their last 5 to the under when opponent scores 2 runs or less in the previous game. Jays are also 8-3 to the under following days off, 5-2 their last 7 to the under. I like the under 9.5. Jays, Texas.
Yeah, for me, at all the games I selected as far as totals go, I thought the under in the Rangers Blue Jays was the best under on the board. You got Lyles, who's pitched 4 straight quality starts. Robbie Ray also 4 straight quality starts, and he's had a hell of a year. 3.13 ERA, a WHIP of 1.05. He struck out a ton of batters. I think this goes under the 9.5, and it's worth a play in the Rangers. All this plus money. There's no way. It just seems like a ton of juice at home with Robbie Ray. I'm going to go Rangers, and I'm going to go under in the Rangers.
I'm going to take the Brewers against the Reds. The Reds slaughtered the Brewers in that series in Milwaukee, but Mahle has been way better on the road than at home. He's been a terrible home pitcher and second best hitter's ballpark in all of baseball. Brewers, of course, revenge in mind here, and also, now they're starting to hear footsteps. What was a 7.5 game lead a week ago is now down to about 4. So, definitely think the Brewers rally back here. They're a team that the break couldn't have come at a better time. They really needed the break. Meanwhile, one of the Reds All-Stars, Winker, basically deteriorated since he was named an All-Star. He just couldn't hit the ball at all. And even though the Reds were winning, he certainly wasn't contributing. Castellanos, still an MVP candidate, but like I said, I think the Brewers are just a better team here. And, we've seen them getting it done on the road all season long. So I see them getting it done here against Mahle. I don't see anything there. I'm the opposite of you guys on the Blue Jays Rangers. I think this game goes over. These are two teams that are offensive teams. Robbie Ray nearly threw a no-hitter last time out, and we always see guys that throw no-hitters or close to no-hitters. Next time out, straight regression, could be 6, 7, 8 runs that Robbie Ray's fully capable of giving up. Jordan Lyles, same thing. I mean, he's pitched well. Every time that he kind of does it, every time he pitches well, he's just closer to an implosion, right? Because he's not a quality starter, and so quality starts and Jordan Lyles are things that just aren't. The more that they have, the more that he has, the more likely that he's not, And here you are in a major hitter's ballpark as well, with two teams that just clearly swing the bat. That's what they do. These are two hitting teams. Certainly not known for their defense. We saw the Jays, even in the All-Star game, were all hitting the cover off the ball. So, kind of like the over in that one. Not a premium play, but certainly, not one I'm rushing to the window to bet. But my video, that was the play that I gave. I certainly am not going anywhere near minus 250, and I'm going to guess the run line is negative as well. So you can't bet that either. Talked a lot about betting strategy and money over the last week, so hopefully you guys understand why playing runs and money is one of the worst bets in the world. I think it might be it might be worse than the Big 6 and Big 8 on the craps table. Could be worse than that, or the field. Could be worse than those bets, possibly. Which are 3 of the worst bets in all of betting. In the Big 6 and the Big 8, you get even money. It's like you get odds if you move the chips 1.5 feet this way, right? It's like, it doesn't even make sense, right? They put it right in the corner so you can just reach over and do it. The other one, you got to ask the dealer. Doesn't make sense. In the field, they give it like, how much real estate do they give the field on the craps table? It's like, please put your money here. It's like, let's make it the biggest space on the entire table. We know how casinos and real estate work. Maybe we should do a whole show on that. The map of the casino real estate, and how square footage is calculated. What goes in each square foot of the casino is calculated and returned. Right?
Why does it have to be square foot? Can't be circle.
Anyways, Braves and Rays. Got the Phillies and the Marlins. Royals and the Orioles. And White Sox Astros. Brian?
For me, I'm going to go with out of that time frame. I'm not in love with that time frame, but I'll go with the Atlanta Braves here. Charlie Morton on the mound. He's a clear better pitcher than Michael Wacha. Morton, last 32 innings pitched, has given up 7 runs, but he's been prone to go 7 strong innings lately. I just think the Braves are going to rebound here. Anytime I see Tampa Bay, they get this kind of plus money. It's an eye opener for me. I'll take the Braves.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the Braves as well. Morton is 5-0 in his last 5 starts when their opponent scores 2 runs or less in the previous game. And we know the Tampa Bay Rays on the road have just been awful. The Rays are 0-6 in their last 6 road games versus a right-handed starter. and they're just not scoring runs on the road. And that's a big issue. You're not scoring runs on the road. You're not winning games. So I'll take the Braves, even without Acuna. I don't think that makes a difference in this one. Give me the Braves get a win over the Rays.
Rays are like the best second half team in baseball over the last 10 years, the last 1 year, the last 3 years.
They need to show me something on the road before I'm putting my heart.
They did. They went to the World Series last year. They went to the World Series.
That was last year. Let's see how they do this year on the road.
World Series. 10th of the payroll of the other teams in their division. 10th of the payroll.
Awful.
10th of the payroll of the other teams.
Their last 10 road games. Awful.
The Rays have so much talent in the minors. There's no way Waka should be out there pitching.
Waka, 4 hits, 1 earned last time out.
Overall, his
before
body
that, against Boston, much better hitting lineup than he faces here. 5 innings, 1 hit. He's had 1 really bad outing. That's it. All season. And it was in relief in a game that really, his performance didn't even matter. But overall, he's been super strong. And the Braves have really not been underperformers. Which is a nice way of saying underachievers.
I don't know. I don't know many guys with a 4.87 ERA that are super strong.
Well, he's only pitched in limited innings. A lot of those outings are just 1 and 2 innings. So it's like if you give up a run there, if you pitch 1 inning and you give up 1 run, that's a 9 ERA. So it's.
Well, Morton's been going 7.
Yeah, in the most part, he's having one of his worst seasons he's had in the last 10 years. For the most part, right? It's terrible.
Yep. But he's nowhere close to as bad as Mark. I might be able to get
and the Braves lineup isn't anywhere as close to as good as the Rays, right? They're not even in the same sentence. Anyways, we'll see it. We got the Cardinals and the Giants. We got the Dodgers and the Rockies, the Diamondbacks and the Cubs. We got the Angels and the Mariners, and the A's and the Indians. Anything there for you, Rod?
For me, in those ones there, I like the Cardinals over the Giants. Giants 1-7 their last 8 in St. Louis, and from what I'm seeing, I think Wainwright's going to get the start. And he beat the Giants last time he faced them. Cardinals are 2-1 against the Giants this year, and we know the Cardinals are definitely better at home. So I think Wainwright comes out and has a solid start, win over the Giants. Give me the Cardinals over the Giants in that one. And I like the Rockies to make this at least a closer game than getting blown out here by the Dodgers. I'll take the Rockies plus the 1.5 at home. We know they play better at home. And we're playing pretty good baseball heading into the All-Star break. Let's see if they can continue that at home here. Give me the Rockies plus the 1.5. Plus money on that one.
I'll tell you what, me and Rod are pretty simpatico today. I also like the Rockies. They've been excellent at home this year. Dodgers are no way I'm laying this kind of money with the Dodgers on the road. And then Madison Bumgarner has been horrible. But Cubs are no prize on the road either. I think Arizona gets a nice plus money hit. So I'll take the Diamondbacks and the Rockies on the money line.
Yeah, in that stat that Rod said about on the trend, the issue on that is that they've only played 3 times in the last 3 years, because they didn't play each other last year, and they played each other 3 times this year. So anything outside of that, Daniel Hudson made one of those starts. Waka started against Bumgarner. Flaherty against Rodriguez. That's Pudge Rodriguez's son. Remember when he was pitching?
That's also why I said they were 2-1.
Beatty, Jeff Samardzija started one of those games, and Miles Mikolas started one there for the Cards, and Drew Pomerantz against Daniel Hudson. So I don't know. To me, it's like I don't see the relevance there. I think the Cardinals need to.
Right. That's why I said underneath it that they were 2-1 this year against the Giants.
They did.
That's why I said that trend, which is what it is a trend. And then below that, I said this is what they were this year. So I don't know why you needed to pick on that trend. Just pick it out and just pick on it. And I just don't get that.
Well, because
you don't like it, so then you picked on it. So just like we picked on Waka. Waka's going to be like Pac-Man.
And that's all fine. And I didn't sit here and whine about it. I said whatever you guys think. But the reality of it is that then why say it?
That's the reality.
Then why say it? Then why?
And then what did I say after that? I said Wainwright's already beat the Giants this year.
Typically, you see the Cardinals turn.
So, and Gausman lost.
As I said in the other day show, do I take everything into that 1-0 trend? No, that's why I took the other stats that I.
But here's Gausman's line from his loss. Here's Gausman's line from his loss against the Cardinals: 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Most of the time, that's a win. Most of the time, it is. That's what you call tough luck loss. If you look at Wainwright's from his against, let's see what he did in that 6-5 win over the things. So Wainwright did get the win. 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. So if it would have been the same matchup, Wainwright versus Gausman in that Cardinals Giants, Wainwright would have lost. Would have been 3-2.
It wasn't. It was Kim who's even having a worse year than Wainwright.
Kim's pitched pretty well recently. He certainly has pitched
recently. Yeah, he's starting to pitch better.
Yeah, that series
Giants
was a week
trouble.
ago.
They're not going to win this series. No way.
It was a week ago.
I think Giants second half they regress back to their baseball number.
I
think they were overachievers in the first half.
Well, they have the best defense in baseball. You know, they have the fewest runs allowed, the third best batting average against, second in OPS, and third in home runs allowed. I mean, that's how you win. That's their game.
Do they keep that up? I don't think so.
They have crazy overachievers this first.
Yeah.
It's called.
I see them having.
But that's how the Giants have done it. You know, every time they've won. That's exactly how they've done it every time they've won. Just maximum efficiency. They don't beat themselves. The Cardinals' bullpen has been pathetic, and the offense has been so underachieving. You got Arenado and Goldschmidt in your lineup. You're ranked 27th in runs scored, 26th in team batting average, 24th in home runs. The Giants, you know, who have really no one in that lineup, right? They're second in home runs per game, while the Cardinals are 24th with Arenado and Goldschmidt, and, you know, all, you know, pretty stacked. I mean, the Cardinals aren't a cheap organization either. I mean, I just missing your assessment here. The Giants, you know, when we've seen them put together solid teams, they have 3 World Series in the last 10 years, right? So, I mean, they're certainly not a pushover. You know,
who said they were a pushover?
Well,
I just said so far the Cardinals are 2-1 against them this year.
The Cardinals bullpen is full run, worse than the Giants. The bullpen and the starters are full run worse as well, and that's the difference between these two teams. The Cardinals, if they're going to want to contend, they're going to need to go out and get some frontline pitchers. They're also going to need to get healthy. Flaherty's been out, right? So that hasn't helped. Kim hasn't really been himself. They're batting .226 against righties. I mean, it's death sentence. That's why they are where they are. And
generally, you see the Cardinals pick it up in the second half of the season.
Generally, the Cardinals have it going in the first half. Generally, the Cardinals are one of the most fundamentally sound teams. Generally, the Cardinals never see a Cardinals pitching staff this bad. The Cardinals are known for having the best pitching staff every year, and they teach their pitchers well and they coach them up really well. But this year, it just hasn't been the case. They've been terrible. I picked on the show. People asked me when you guys weren't here. They asked me what team has the best potential to make a run in the second half, and I said the Cardinals. But the asterisk is they got to go out and get some pitchers, or they got to get healthy, and they got to hit, and they haven't done either of those things. You know, it's like there's nothing here. You know, they did beat the Giants 2 out of 3 for sure. They beat the bottom part of the rotation. They beat Gausman, then they beat Johnny Cueto. They lost to Wood.
Oh, Gausman's the bottom part of the rotation now?
No. I said they they got 2 runs on Gausman, right? 2 runs. 2 runs. We'll see. We'll see. You know, they will play it on the field, and that's what they do. But you got Gausman. He's got a 1.73 and a 9.3 record, and you got the team that has, overall the best offensive stats in baseball against, or the best defensive stats in baseball. Number 1 in runs allowed, number 3 in batting average against, number 3 in home runs allowed against the 24th team in home runs. This is a bad matchup, even though the Cardinals did win 2 of 3. That's why they play the games, right?
Yep.
The wind's blowing in, so runs are going to come at a premium in this one. Cardinals are second in home runs allowed, but they're also 28th in strikeouts, which is uncharacteristic of them. What else do we got here? Anything else?
I think we're at the end.
What?
I believe we're at the end.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. Get on Juan Soto to hit a home run today. I like that problem.
Right, parlay time. Wants to go first?
I'll go first. It's just a simple 2-game parlay. I'm going to parlay the Texas Rangers under the 9.5, along with the Atlanta Braves today in my 2-game parlay.
And I got a 3-game parlay. I'm going to take the Jays under the 9.5. I'm going to take the Cardinals on the money line, Braves on the money line. Parlay those 3 up. And jump aboard. I got this Friday 3-pack over at Pick Dogs Premium. Or if you want, for $5 less than my 3-pack, jump aboard my 3-day weekend. $25 gets you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Happy Christmas in July. You get my weekend for $25.
Don't forget about our year pass, Rod. We have our sale on our year pass.
Win on the weekend, take it, buy a year pass. $300 off that.
$1,000 for either one of our year passes. And that's only going to the end of the month, so check it out.
All right.
I might steal your Cardinals play, Rod, so don't email.
I'm going to take the Giants minus 2.5. Throw it in with the over in the Rangers Blue Jays game, and I'll go with the Red Sox. That's my parlay. Brian?
I gave out my parlay. It was
All right.
Braves money.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. A little rusty getting back into the swing of things, but we'll be back tomorrow. Got NBA tomorrow as well. So definitely a slow time of year. We're, 2 weeks away from NFL preseason. Take advantage of these guys' Christmas and July specials. Have a great day. Try and act more professional tomorrow.